Okay, so this is part 2 of the basic series, right? You can check the part 1 in my channel page. It was about how to get the golden circles, the 2 ways to get the golden circles. All right, so we are continuing from there. Over here we are coming to see how we can use the shape builder tool with the line segments and then the golden circles to just come up with this simple logo right here. Okay, I just want to touch the basics of logo design and how to just use Adobe Illustrator to make things simpler. All right, okay, so we are going to start with the logos. Okay, and with logo design it is recommended that you start with preliminary sketches. You just do 1 or 2 3 4 5, as many as you want, sketches on a piece of paper, notebook or something, and then the final one you just take a shot of it and then you upload it in Adobe Illustrator or any tool that you are using. So over here I'm using this logo. Okay, this is an image, all right, and I'm just going to lower the opacity. I'm using it as a sketch. Okay, so I'm going to lower the opacity like this, and then I'm going to object, and then over here you can see lock. Okay, lock selection. I'm going to lock it so that it won't be selected and all of that. Okay, so this is part 1 and part 2 will come, but in this I'm going to use default grid lines, okay, or grid boxes. So we are going to create our own grid, and because we have the sketch right here, we're just going to create a line here, we're going to create a line here, we're going to create that, and then we just start from there. So grab the line segment tool like this, okay, and then just click and drag. You can use you can use shift on the keyboard to just have you can just create at 30 degrees, 90 and all of that. Okay, so I'm going to create a straight line like this, and then from there up here you see stroke. Just drop this down and choose 1 point. Good. Now grab the move tool and just place this line right here at the edge. Okay, select this line, and with the side direct selection tool you can just click on this anchor point and then drag it up. Use shift to help you get a straight line. All right, so let me bring it down a little like this. Now hold Alt on the keyboard, click and duplicate one to the left, and make sure you use the shift to get a straight or to move in a straight line, and then you can duplicate these two guys. Hold Alt to duplicate them and place them here. Okay, first. So this is our sketch. Okay, don't forget that, and we can just select this guy, go to edit, copy is Ctrl+C, and go back to edit. We have paste in front, which is Ctrl+F, and now you can just rotate it like this, place it here, make sure it touches, and then duplicate one here, duplicate one here, and then duplicate one here, and duplicate the straight ones, one like another one here. Okay, so this is these are custom grid boxes. Okay, but if you want to use inbuilt grid boxes, just go to view and show grid. Okay, so for a professional work you just have to go along with the grid boxes, but this part 1, part 2 will come whereby I will use all these. So make sure to subscribe and you hit the bell so that you don't miss those videos. All right, so we are going to work within this box. Okay, now anywhere you see a curve, let circles come into your mind, and when you see a straight line, let line segments come into your mind. So how are we going to do it? We are starting, so let's duplicate this guy and bring it here. It doesn't fit, okay, and it doesn't have to fit. You can scale it up or down. So let me just duplicate this guy right here. Okay, and then this, you see, it starts from here, it touches here, it touches here, touches here, touches here. So the circle has to be at the center or something like that, and then we just scale to touch the lines. Okay, so one thing about logo design in Adobe Illustrator is that you have to make sure they are intersecting. If I zoom in over here and then highlight these two guys, you can see they are intersecting. There is no space. That is good and recommended, and it's a must. But if I zoom in over here, and you can see these guys are not touching, they have to touch. They have to touch. Okay, they have to intersect. So one thing that can help you do that is use Control Y on the keyboard to enter this outline mode. Okay, and from there you can just adjust your circle to make sure it touches the line. Okay, just like this, touches, and this guy goes wayward. All right, sake of we are using our own grid boxes, that's why the circle couldn't fit into that. So let's just drag this guy down like that without using the shift, so they are intersecting. Okay, so now everywhere is intersecting. Good. Let's use the Control Y to get back. Okay, so you can duplicate this circle. It is selected, so Control C, Control F, and then you can just increase that. So let's, okay, so that's good. All right, and let's go over here and grab these guys to come over here, and let's make sure they are on our sketch like that, and they are also intersecting. So over here, if it doesn't intersect up here, it doesn't matter, because we are going to merge them upward like that. Okay, so let's duplicate this guy here. Okay, and this guy has to touch up here because it has to intersect, because we will just merge them together. Okay, okay. You see this line, this circle has to touch this line. Okay, so let's resize till it intersects over there, intersecting up here, and we are good to go. Okay, so we are done with the adding the circles and the straight lines. So to make things simpler for us, let's duplicate, highlight everything, and duplicate to the left like that, and let's select everything. Okay, and then let's grab the shape builder to shortcut Shift plus M on the keyboard, and you see everywhere that is enclosed will be highlighted. So over here is enclosed, there's a shape, there's a shape, there's a shape. Okay, I just did check my beginner's tutorial. I took my time to show you all of that, and one thing is that we need certain places and we don't need certain places. So the default icon is this with the plus at the bottom right. Okay, if I hold, check the arrow, the cursor or something, the bottom right is plus. Okay, so if I hold Alt on the keyboard, it changes to minus. The minus means we want to subtract or we want to delete. Good. So over here, you know the places that we want to have and we want to delete. Here is an empty space, but if you highlight over here, you can see this is a shape over here. So press Alt on the keyboard, it turns to minus, then you click. Okay, so over here is no more shape, but it gets highlighted. So there is no space over there because we use the minus to merge them. Here is an empty space, here has to be an empty space. So hold Alt, it turns to minus, drag, then you get them deleted, drag, get them deleted. Okay, drag over them. So where you don't want, you just use the minus. Right, I'm holding down Alt on the keyboard and I'm deleting these guys. Okay, so if you come up here, you have to delete these guys. Alt, it turns to minus. Kindly check my beginner's tutorial, okay, else you'll be having more questions, and they are all solved in that. So right now that we have this, okay, it falls on our sketches, so we just need to merge these guys together and you have that shape. So with the plus, this time we are not using minus because we want to add them. So you just add this guy across, you add. See, this is a separate shape. So if you want to add this shape to it with the plus, you just cross it. With the plus, you just cross, and then we have the shape like this. So very simple. Logo over there. If I drag it here and then resize, okay, I have my shape, and then from here I can just move it from stroke to fill, and I can give it any color that I want. So this is it, okay. And then one thing that we can do, I just decided to show you so that you don't get confused. All right, so let me place this guy here and then delete this guy. So let me go to object and unlock all, because we locked this guy. If I turn back the opacity, you can see these gradients is like a 3D form, okay. And we have to do that using when we are doing these things over here. But I just decided to show you how to merge into a logo like this before we get back to that. Okay, so let's get back. I'm undoing everything until we get back to the time we didn't delete anything. Okay, so I think it is here now. Let me go to object unlock, because I locked this guy, and then all right, now let me lock it again. Okay, so this curves over here that makes it look 3D, we have to do it right here, okay, to make things simpler for us. So we can just grab one of our circles over here. So you can see it has to fall on the circle and it has to intersect over here. So let me decrease the size, make sure it touches intersect over here before I can even move on. Okay, and then I scale it up. Okay, so this is good. It's not that perfect, but we will get that shape from that. Okay, and it is intersecting over here. You can see crumpled lines, but they are all intersecting. That's good. And another one from here. Okay, so we can just select this guy and duplicate one over here. Using these grid lines and circles could be a bit confusing. That's why I did the other one first before we come to this complicated. Okay, so if you're looking at this is very complicating, but your main focus should be on your sketch. Okay, there is no space here, so you will ignore all these lines here. Make it up your mind that you are coming to delete all of them. Okay, so what I normally do is that after selecting, I'll just grab my shape builder tool, and then I will delete everything, the ones that I don't want first. Okay, so hold down alt to turn it into minus, then you drag over. Make sure you don't delete where you want. So you can zoom in. You have to delete this guy, and then delete. Okay, so over here is a space, so you have to delete all these guys. Okay, so with this, then your main focus should be on this. So the blue thing that we are seeing is a sketch. Okay, let's take it as a sketch we sketched on a piece of paper. Good. So right now you can see here has to be one shape, and here has to be one shape, and here has to be one shape, but it contains multiple shapes, as you can see. So we have to merge them into one shape, but it has to follow a path according to our logo or sketch. So always you have to let your sketch guide you. Okay, so let me make it simple. Let's go to object, because we've locked the sketch, and let me select it and duplicate over here. Let me make it smaller. Okay, and now let me increase the opacity. So if you look at this, you can see that from here to here is one shape, but it's gradient. I'll show you that. But from here to here is one shape, from here to here is one shape, and from here to here is one shape. Okay, so using this thing to guide you, you just get to know where you have to merge. So let's select everything again and then grab our shape builder tool. So we are merging from here to here, and it starts from here. Okay, so we will merge this guy together, merge this guy, merge down here, then merge, add these guys together. Okay, so we have this full shape. Okay, so let's come to the second one. So it starts from somewhere here and merge to here. So you will start from here. I dealt something. Oh, okay. All right, so let's merge from here. Okay, and then let's merge up here. Don't merge here because it starts on a different shape. Okay, so let's end it somewhere here. You can zoom in. Sometimes it could be smaller boxes like this, like shapes like this. You have to merge. Good. All right, so we have the second shape. Okay, so all these get highlighted, this get highlighted. Now we have to merge from here and then merge here. Okay, but you are not done. You have to zoom in into certain places to know that everything is on point, every place is merged together. For example, over here you can see this is a shape and this is also a shape, so there has to be a connection over here. But you see, this is the line. Let me go to outline mode, and following this line, should we merge or delete? Okay, if we delete, we cross only this. Is it the right path? I think no, that's not the right path. So I think we should add from here and zoom in. You see, you have to check on the intersecting path. Okay, that's where you have to look at all these things to make sure that they are all adding up. Else when you turn them into a shape, some place will just lag out. I just use lag because I don't know the English word for that. So over here you see there is a shape over here in the outline mode. Okay, so you just have to check this path falls in here, so we have to merge. This is confusing. I know it's confusing you, but hey, you'll get along with that very soon. So over here, oh no, over here let's add. Okay, everything is on point. Where there is an intersection, you have to check if everything is on point. So using the Control Y, I'm in the outline mode. Okay, see only the outlines of everything. So after checking where there were intersections, you just Control Y, then you are back. So we are good. And okay, so let me unlock the sketch. Okay, and then delete it. Now we have this. So as I was saying, you see there's a lag over here, there's a space over here. You see we didn't merge together. So selecting everything, we can just touch that. Let me deselect this guy and okay. So let's get the pathfinder, the shape builder, and then drag over it. Now it is combined to the shape. Okay, so getting a logo like this, looking 3D like this, you just select this guy. Okay, and now there are three separate shapes. Okay, there are three separate shapes. Good. Okay, and if you select this guy and you go to Windows, and down here you have gradient, it was already checked. So let's go back and check it again. Gradient, it will show up here. So with this selected, first of all, let's switch it to fill. Okay, so we have a black fill. Let's click on the gradient. All right, so this is the gradient. You can choose linear, radial or something, but let's choose linear gradient. Okay, and to get this blue thing right here with the shape selected, these are the color stops. Okay, so you click on the first one, this pops up. You see swashes over here, and you can take a darker color like that, and then you come and click on this stop, double click on that, this will pop up, and then you take a lighter color. Okay, good. So then from there, you can use the slider over here. Okay, and the direction, you can use the gradient tool. This is the gradient tool, or you can use the direction, the angle over here. So 90 will move from, I think, left to right. Okay, and 150 is like that. And with the gradient tool, you can set your own path, your color stops and all that, or you can create your own direction or angle. So with this, you click and you drag like this, and you can see anywhere how, if you stretch it, if you don't stretch it, how to be. Okay, so you can do that. So I'll just click here and drag it here like that. That's what I want, and I'm good. So I'll just grab the move tool and then select this shape again. Okay, so let's select this shape. And one thing is that you can use the eyedropper tool to pick this gradient color. This is the eyedropper tool. Okay, shortcut is I on the keyboard. With this selected, you click on this and you pick it. Okay, pick it up from there. But what we need to do is that you see this doesn't look 3D because here has to be shadow. So let's select this guy, and you can reverse the gradient from here. If you click on that, you see get reversed. Good. Now you can see we have that, and you can make it more darker. You can just push the slider. If it is not working, then you have to make this thing darker. Double click here, and this color, click here, and you have this that you can just push the key to get more dark tone like that. Okay, push it. Good. Now you can see something like that, and here has to be more lighter, so that we just grab that. So let's push the slider here, and let's push this guy here. All right, so we have this. Now let's select this guy. With the eyedropper tool, you can click on this guy. Okay, and here doesn't have to be light. This is not bad, but to make it more pleasant and looking like a 3D something, you can grab the gradient tool and then move it up like this. The black starts from here, so let's drag it backwards like this. Okay, all right, so we have a beautiful looking logo like that, and you can just go ahead and start editing. Nothing will happen if I move this. Nothing is showing up here because you haven't selected anything. So if you want to change something, you just click it and its gradient will show up. If you want to change this guy, for instance, pushing it here a little and bringing this guy here. Okay, so like this, we have a very cool logo